Welcome to the introduction for Twitter for team members and how to get started. Why are we using Twitter? Well, there's millions and millions of people, 145 million interactions daily. It's super easy to engage with really professional people, coaches, professional players, all sorts of brands. And 79% of college coaches use it. So let's figure out how to make the best of it. Some info that you want to include. So right out of the gate, you want your tagline to read something that's positive about you. Now, this will be in the context of you creating a sport-specific account that's primarily and solely focused on whatever sport or sports you want to really hone in on. For this case, this example, these are all softball related. And you'll see that there's some specific info that all of the examples include. Now, you can start with the organization that you are an active participant in. The year that you graduate is very important. This is graduate from high school. And the primary and secondary positions, if you have a third position or you put utility player, that's fine as well. You'll see that here. And if you have a sports-related email or a somewhat professional email. So this young lady uses her first name, last name, and the year that she graduates high school at Gmail. It's very easy to create a new email address. And I recommend that for anybody, just so it doesn't say something silly or like something you made in 6th grade that's not relevant for today anymore. Okay, tips. You definitely want your new softball account to be public. So set your other accounts. If you have personal accounts that show anything that you don't want a college coach to see, you need to set those to private immediately and carefully purge your friends list, okay, or your connections or your followers. This is the one that you're going to focus on because it will be public facing. It should be the only public facing one that has your picture and likeness so that there's no confusion. Please don't allow others to post on your account unless they are your parents, your coach, or someone hired to do so specifically. And you can DM direct message coaches and other people. So other players, other professionals directly through Twitter, and they will respond very quickly. They engage a lot of players, young players, on relevant posts, so they might not be able to communicate during what's called a dark or quiet period, but they might be able to create a post and you can comment on that post very politely without triggering any NCAA violations. More tips. Okay, so it's helpful if you know what the heck is going on in the world so that you don't post anything insensitive. If you look up, tweet fails or hashtag fails, you'll see plenty of companies have done this the wrong way. So you want to do it carefully, strategically, and appropriately. Be careful not to offend others with your hashtags or any comments. Avoid politics altogether and do not over-tweet. There's an example on the right-hand side of a guy that just could not stop. Okay, so he needs to let this go. All right, not continue to tweet like that. And also don't put others down publicly, please. What you can do is build up the team. So you should be posting about your teammates. Some of the examples that I'll use in this one are from my daughter, Allison. She plays on New Jersey Gators team and for Todd Semino, and she had retweeted about Emily Semino, who's now at Lehigh, and an award and some recognition that she had received. So that just continues to grow the network, the combined network that we all have on how to leverage this platform. Okay, try not to build up your competition too much, although there are times when you will want to pay a compliment. That's cool. Just wouldn't be retweeting a lot of people that are in the same spot as you because eventually you'll be vying for the same spot in college. So just be aware, but be kind for sure. Definitely no insults. You're not throwing shade on Twitter at all. you want to like and promote your teammates. So anything they post, you can repost with the, maybe hashtag NJ Gators Pride or NJ Gators Alumni or NJ Gators Gold. We need to come up with some tags that will speak to that circle of influence. Offer honest yet realistic compliments. Try not to be super emotional online. Like, this is more about strategy and connection and networking than it is about personal business. Okay. Steps for having a useful and active public account. First of all, you have to create your new account. So you're going to have an account specifically designed for your softball focus or for your sports focus. You should post regularly to show that you are actively engaged in trying to improve yourself, whether you're batting in the garage, whether you're just taking swings, whether you're stretching or running or fielding or doing anything that will remotely improve your play will be helpful. If you post regularly, then people get in the habit of seeing your name, and then they will click on you and you will become familiar to them. Connect with teammates so that we can all leverage each other's network here. This is a very good thing to do. And like I mentioned earlier, you are able to direct message coaches, but you want to be very careful about that. You don't want to do it during the dark period, and or at least you can reach out to them, I believe, but you don't want to expect an answer right away. There are times that they cannot respond. I would definitely ask your coach or your parents before doing any of that. All right, some examples. Okay, again, this is my daughter. So I just wanted to show you how to get retweeted. You can get retweeted by companies or by individuals. So she used the hashtags or tagged Slugger Nation, which is one of the accounts for Louisville Slugger. And she uses the hashtag Amadio99 is her. If you search for that, you can see all her videos. So you want to get in the habit of finding a single tag that you can use that identifies you and sets you apart, and someone can search for that and get all of your videos without confusing you with anyone else. And at the same time, you want to connect with organizations that have the same end goal in mind. So Louisville retweeted with the hashtag #SheSwingSlugger, and it's gotten way more than 1,000 views on that little clip. Okay, so using hashtags or @ rather in posts, you can tag groups that you want to see the post specifically. So they might not respond, right? GCU or Elon or whatever might not respond right away. Because she's young, or they're just not looking for that position, or it is like we mentioned, the dark period, so they're not allowed to, frankly. But you want to start to get on the radar without being spammy, right? So be very selective in what @ tags you include in a post. Some more examples. These are not people related to us, but they just seem like good ideas for photos. You don't need any fancy equipment to take your photo, but it should be somewhat clear. So, and it should have your forward face with some sort of uniform or athletic equipment. And you can either have a team photo for your header, you can do a custom header, you can have an individual header, and then you are going to have your handle, which is something appropriate relative to your sport, and then your taglines, which include accomplishments, definitely your year, your high school graduation year, and anything else that you want to highlight. This young lady still does include her email, which is appropriate for her softball. Okay, accounts that you can start following now on Twitter. So Coach Biasi is one, NJ Gators Gold, Your Genius is mine, Amadio Allison is Allison's, and then Softball Connect, Softball America, and iHeart FastPitch are some of the ones that are quite effective with quickly retweeting softball posts, things you want to follow. Also, the Louisville Slugger Nation is a good one too. Thanks so much.